Hello, Pisces. Are you digging up roots trying to figure out if they're roots? And how about, are you confusing, fog for a winter storm? Either or. Come on in and I will explain to you where the misdirection is going here and how you can help yourself find your way again. See you soon. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your Thursday reading, and we are doing chakras. Absolutely. So if you're not aware, I post Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday every week. And the videos for that week, they usually follow each other. Once a month, near the end of the month, I do for the next month coming up. Just wanted to throw that in there because, if you don't get the notification, go look for me. Because I do not miss. I'm here. Okay? Sometimes 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. But it's here. Okay? So come look for me. Because, YouTube algorithms, sometimes they go, yeah. Sometimes they go, maybe not. So if you're subscribed, I've posted Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. I do that every 2 days, 3 times a week. And if you're a member, Saturday. If not, sometimes we have Zoom meetings where I meet up with you. Last one was awesome, as always. And I do a live once a month. Okay, so before I started, this card came out, Renewal. And this is directly linked to everything that we've been talking about. Not only that, I dreamt I had a, what do you call them? Somebody calls them dream totems. This would be it. I'm catching on. Jane's starting to have dream totems. Yeah, the thing is I probably always have them. It's just I have a hard time remembering my dreams. So here we go. My candle's wick is a little high, so I'm just trying not to set anything on fire here. Okay. Let's go. My dream totem was this. I was constantly being misdirected. And the thing is that I was awake in my dream. In other words, I knew that the misdirections weren't real in my dreams. Yeah, you sit there and think about that for a minute. I was getting notices about an infraction that I had done, and the notices had been sent to the wrong address. Not only that, in my dream, I knew that I hadn't actually done that infraction. It would be like a traffic infraction. And I kept saying, okay, they're saying I did that. And in my dream, I remember doing it, but my wakeful self knew that I hadn't actually done it. That is a screwed up thing. That's when you're getting messages. So this is a dream totem. And let's review. All week we have been talking about you making it harder than it needs to be. That's the actual truth. That's the actual truth. Okay, it's like, woe is me. And I've been trying to gently steer you out of that. And this is a time of renewal. This is absolutely what this is. This is renewal. This is the death card. It's time to transform that type of thinking. It's time for you to get out of that type of thinking. Okay? And there's no easy way to say it. It's martyrdom. What do you call it? It's a form of it. Okay? It's a form of, life is so hard. And you know what? I am not judging you at all. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was the champion of it, okay? I've done it a lot. It's so hard. Why is everything so hard? And the question I should have been asking is, why are you making this so hard on yourself? That was the real question, okay? So it's a time to look back on it. I'm going to put this back in the deck. And we're doing a chakra reading in case you haven't noticed, because these are both chakra decks. Oh wait, there's one that's missing though. Where's the raise your vibration? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So let's take it. Now all the decks are going to fall when I pick this one. Of course it will. And there's probably an easier way of doing this, but Jane has picked the hard way. So let's just let them fall nicely. 1, 2. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. So it could have been worse, but it's not. Raise your vibration has got all the different chakras. Vibe so high, your aura becomes a magnet to blessings. And that's what you need to do. That's a great message right now today. That's exactly the message you need. Now I'm going to check if I didn't tuck a card in here, because sometimes I do. You see there's a paper clip. Sometimes I tuck cards in the booklet because I got one and I wanted to further look into it. So alright, we have our chakra things out. Yes we do. That sounded terrible. Let's take a look at what chakra wants us to know. My beautiful Pisces, my beautiful fishies. Now, I'm going to ask you to press the like button right away, right now. Okay? And I'm going to ask you to actually write a comment. I don't care what it is. Okay? Let them know you liked it. Okay? Be present on the channel. That's how I get found. That's how, you know, that's how I also know, to hell with the algorithm, that's how I also know that I'm getting to you. Okay? There. 4. Grounding. Look at this. But you know what I'm getting from this right here is look how the roots are on top of the earth. You know, I look at this and all I see is it's not just grounding. I see the 4 of the Emperor, where everything has to be figured out before ahead of time. It's like you're digging up the roots of this card in order to see how much it's growing. You're not trusting that things are growing underneath. You actually dug it up and you're causing yourself more problems, because this should be buried under. This should be under the earth. It shouldn't be over the earth, right? And look at all this barren stuff underneath. This is the thing that came from the card right away. And I know it says grounding, but you're grounding too much. It's too much. It's too intense. It's causing problems. There is such a thing as over-preparing to the point where you're causing yourself anxiety. This is it. Okay? It's like, if I'm sure that the roots are there, then I'll know what to do and I'll be able to prepare, but you're actually causing more problems to your tree than you are benefiting it. You're not trusting the process and you're not believing in the magic that the roots are going to be sustained and then they're going to help the tree grow. I'm hearing dry rot. That's what I hear with this card. I hear dry rot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going, Pisces. Look at this confusion. Let's pick another one too. Let's not. Let's look at this one first. Confusion. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I feel that this is the cloud. The cloud looks confused. Look at the cloud. Look at her. Look at her face. She's like, what are you doing? It's like the cloud is going, I am not cold, but you're acting like you're cold. It's the misdirection that I'm feeling. It's like the cloud's going, I'm wrapping you around in water and mist. Okay, clouds are a formation of that, right? It's condensation, and we're water, and it's going, I'm wrapping you up in this beautiful cloud of mist, and you're standing there like there's a windstorm of winter. What are you doing? Like, this is what I feel. This is what I feel. This cloud is going like, you're confused. What's happening? What's happening? You're not understanding the magic. What's going on here? It's so interesting how these are coming. Okay, let's take one of these. I am going to pull tarot with this because this is the chakra reading. So this looks like the Earth Star chakra. This looks like the gray. Isn't that like the crown? I think it is. Ah! Do you believe in magic? Yeah. I think I'm going to put that in a shirt. What do you think? You guys got any ideas for like Pisces merch? Something you'd like to see on a shirt? Write it down in the comments. I can do that for you. Yep. Abundance is a state of mind. Look at that. It is. It's a state of mind. That's the thing. That's the whole premise to all of these readings, is that I feel that you're walking around thinking that everything's got to be hard. And really, it's not that it's not difficult. It's not that it's not challenging, but it can still be both. It can still be very abundant and still fulfilling and challenging and fulfilling. You know, challenging, like, I'm up for that challenge. Like, let's go see what's going on. Let's go find the answer. Let's get that final puzzle piece instead of like, woe is me. You know, that thing. And sometimes we overanalyze, and we don't need the next 40 pieces ahead of the game. We just need the first few. And then walk into it and anticipate. And if we can anticipate in a very intuitive way, it's Pisces. We can do that. We can anticipate in a very, very specific way. We don't need to over-prepare with the brain. We can prepare with the brain. I always think, yeah, I'm a preparer. I'm an organizer. Absolutely. But you don't need the beginning, the middle, and the end all planned out. You don't need like 1,500 pages. Start with the first 20, right? And see how it feels. And walk those and see if any more pages come in. So that it feels like a challenge, but not a burden. And this is exactly what this is. This is a challenge, not a burden. Then this becomes this. This becomes like, this is a state of mind. Abundance is a state of mind, right? It's like, look at everything that I've prepared. Look at everything that's coming in. Look at these challenges. They're so cool. You become happy with what you've got. You become inspired by the challenges, not burdened and overburdened. Yeah, that's exactly this message. The dream of you know, getting, you know, tickets and summons and stuff of something that I hadn't done. This is a real message of misdirection, but not only that, this is your anxiety showing itself to me that you're just afraid that somehow, somewhere, you're going to miss something. That's the other message here. That somehow you're going to miss something that's important. Something that you could have seen if you had planned the whole thing right from the beginning to the end. And you know what? If something did happen in the middle of that, let's say butterfly. If something did happen in the middle of that, you probably would sit there and blame yourself, wouldn't you? Well, if I had done it ahead of time. But the truth of the matter is that the likelihood of something like that happening, you know, I won't predict that. It just, sometimes you have to be willing to chance it. And the stuff that does happen to kind of veer you, you might get a lot of knowledge and wisdom from them. That's A. The other part of it is that it may not be all that detrimental. It may not be like, oh my God, you know, I've been summoned and that's it. It may be just little things. It doesn't have to be the world ends in a mistake or every mistake. And you know what? Sometimes not all mistakes should be avoided. Sometimes they need to be seen. Sometimes even in the stuff that you should have anticipated and didn't, there's a gem of something. You see these gems? There's a gem in everything that you do. And if you want to plan something out, just let's just be real. Don't act like you don't have any other choices. That, oh, I have to do it this way. No, you don't. No, you don't. You could plan it out a different way. You could act it out a different way. Absolutely. You don't have to do it this way. You're choosing to do it this way. I did it this way for many, many, many years because I didn't want any nasty surprises. That's the way that I was. And for some of you, I'm pretty sure you're going to say the same thing. I just don't like nasty surprises. I just like to know that all the bases have been covered and everything's done. That's all well and fine until someday you can't do it anymore, or it causes you so much anxiety that you can't function. Then you're going to have to look at options. You're going to have to look at things, how to do things in a different way. You're going to, in essence, have to drop some balls in order to keep the ones that matter at play. Or you're going to end up dropping everything. And that's when you become overburdened, overwhelmed. Okay, so let's see here. Stability can still be found through celebration and happiness in life. This is exactly what's coming in with this one. This is the Four of Wands, a card of celebration, but I always call them the four pillars of the table. You know, you'd put a table on top here and it would be stable. That's what the four represent. That's what the Emperor is, right? The four, the Emperor coming in, telling you life doesn't need to be a series of unplanned events that's going to shake your world. You can still plan, you can still plant things and bring them stability, but you can also celebrate life. You don't need to be under that woeful stress of, you know, neck pain, which, by the way, I've got right now. Like, I've got so much tension, I need a massage in the neck. Somebody come over here and rub my neck. The readings this week, the energy for Pisces this week has been causing me so much stress. I get insight from my own life through your energy, but then I have to live with your energy for the week too, because I do these ahead of time. So now I have to live with this energy for the collective. And yeah, I suck because I'm Pisces and I'm empathic. So I still suck at this, even when I try to protect myself from it. So let's see here. Confessions of a Reader. How to do it all messy and screwed up. My favorite part of my spiritual journey is that my spiritual body gets everything instantly, right? Some of this stuff I've carried for years of knowing, okay? I just do it spiritually or instinctively, if you want to call it. And then my brain at some point catches up to the notions of what's been going on. And this part always gets on my nerves, because then I go, I've been doing this for years. Why did my brain just catch up? This is annoying. This is a big freaking, geez, I hate this part. But that's just the way it is, right? All right, so there is a seed of possibility in everything that we do here. Absolutely. This was to teach you that think differently. That's it. Let something grow instead of trying to tear something down, right? This is for an opportunity for real, concrete growth. This is abundance. It's reward. It's everything we've been talking about. It's an abundance. It's this. It's this again. Okay? You're abundant. You're abundant in possibilities, rich in them. Plant the suckers, okay? And stop digging it up. Don't dig it up. Don't dig it up and go, what's in here? What's going on there? You're just causing more damage. Let the damn thing grow, okay? Don't try to anticipate. You're just going to confuse yourself. You got dressed up when it was just somebody hugging you in like beautiful watery mist. A floating cloud hugged you, and you got dressed up for winter, and the cloud's going, what are you doing? I love this picture so much. It's so funny. This would be the reason, and I'm not even laughing about this at you. I'm laughing at myself, because this would be me. You know, get dressed up, go outside, and then realize, hey, wait, this is fog. This isn't a cold mist. This is just fog. I just need a raincoat. What am I doing out here? So me, I anticipated it so much and, you know, calculated so precisely, and I still get it wrong. This is what this is about, okay? If you worry about always getting it wrong, you're going to actually miss the moments. That's the thing. But we're afraid to miss the moments, so we prepare for them. But by preparing for them, we end up missing the moments anyway. So there's a fine line. There's a happy medium. This is actually, my mother used to say, there's a happy medium to everything. And I used to think, I hate that term, but it's true. You can still prepare, but enjoy it. You don't need to suck the joy out of everything. And that would be probably the whole thing. You don't need to suck the joy out of everything. You can still prepare, but don't overdo it, okay? You can still take it, like, a look at the roots, but don't unbury them until you know, end up... This will not hold up. This will not sustain. It's no longer, it will not be grounded anymore. It's touching the ground, but it's not underground. The root system's not going to hold up this tree. If a strong wind comes, if the roots are above ground, they're not doing what they're supposed to. Let's pick some more tarot cards. There's that Nine of Wands. That's the one we started with this week. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. Life is so hard. You're getting there anyway, but you just made your path very difficult. That's all. That's all that happened there. That's all that happened. It's like, oh, no. Why me? Why me? It only happens to me. I know. I am not making fun of you. Okay, I mean, just a little bit. Actually, I'm making fun of myself, so don't worry about it, okay? Never think that I'm not just standing in there with you. Even if I'm not standing in it now, I have so stood there and probably gotten addressed. There you go. King of Pentacles. This is the exact reverse, right? Abundance, 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 abundance. I am the Alpha and the Omega. There we go. The beginning and the end. Everything is abundance, right from the beginning to the end. This is what this is saying, okay? Whether you're here or here, look, it's the same pentacle, okay? You just have more. That's it. You started out with one, made you abundant, because through that one you can grow more. That's it, okay? Like I said, you don't need the 20,000 pages. Start with the first 40. The first 40 will still count as you're walking along to this 40,000 pages. They still count. You're still abundant there as much as you are at the end of it. It's just different levels. It's different parts of it. That's it. That's all there is. Yeah. I know I've been very mothering this week. I know I've been very like, come on, Pisces. But it's because I want you to succeed. Okay? I am a mother. I am a mama. I've had children. I've had 3 children, 2 alive, and they know what it is to be mothered by me. I know. I keep laughing through all of this. I don't mean to be laughing at you. I feel for you. I just want you to finally say, and please do, if you are feeling this, write in the comment section. I get it, Jane. I get what you're saying. I get it. I'm going to try. I'm going to try better. I'm going to do better. Do better. You know why? Because the one person who's going to benefit from that is you. You, not me. Not me who's going to do better. It's you when you finally put it in place and go, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be abundant at the beginning and at the end. I'm going to rise up to the challenge. I'm not going to stay there and go, woe is me. I'm not going to dig up the soil just to see if the roots are there when obviously the tree's alive. I'm going to enjoy my life. As I'm planting the stability, I'm also going to party. And I'm not going to, I know I'm still laughing, but here, I'm not going to assume that the storm's coming in when it's just a nice little misting, okay? That's all. That's all you need to keep in mind this week, as we end this week. That's the lesson I want you to carry with you as the weeks wear on. As you're faced with, oh, I should plan all of this, I should try to figure all of this out, because if I don't, everything's going to screw up. No. Not necessarily. And a little bit of planning doesn't mean that you didn't plan at all. And it doesn't not even mean that you haven't planned ahead even more than that, that you're keeping it in your mind. It just means that you're not going to sit there and worry about all of that beforehand. You're not going to spend months and months. I was such a classic over-preparer that sometimes I would over-prepare things and then get told, well, we don't need that anymore. So I just spent like hours doing things, hours, sometimes days doing things that was never even used. I've wasted my time over-preparing for something that wasn't needed. And the only one who ended up anxious and wasting her time was, guess who? Right here. Me. Don't do this to yourself. Okay? Happy medium. Right in the middle. To the point where you're starting to prepare something just before the point you're causing yourself anxiety and a waste of time. So you want to know, where's that happy? It's right there. There's the happy medium. You prepare to the point where it's still fun and it's still a challenge. And then you get to the point just before this, okay, just before this 9 of Wands. Like, oh my God, this is going to take me forever. No, I'm stopping right now. I've got enough to carry me forward. I have enough thoughts in my head that I did some of the groundwork, okay? And now it's time to relax and enjoy it. That 4 of Wands. Let's have a little party. I planted some stability. Life is good. Go enjoy the little misting that's happening without confusing it for winter, right? You can go, woo, we're just going to walk in a fog and try to figure out who's beside you. That would be fun, right? Touch their face. Who are you? Okay. Fun. Have some fun in your life. I hope you have gotten a lot of wisdom from these readings. I know that I always speak it and then, well, of course my brain gets it, 3 years down the road, but it's okay. I will sit with this for a moment now and I will try to let it seep in. Not a little, not a lot, just enough. That's pretty much what this is. Not a little, not a lot, just enough. Enough to say life is interesting and that you are enjoying it. That's it. That's that big message. Very little message. Very long reading. But it's a heartfelt essence message. It's one we forget. Especially for overachieving, wanting to get it all right, Pisces. You know why you do this, right, Pisces? It's because you have a big heart. So, just remember yourself here. Okay? Remember yourself in that equation. Take good care of yourselves. To those of you who are, wait a minute, let's see what's happening this week. There's most likely a Zoom meeting. I sometimes reschedule it for further down in the month, depending on how I feel. If you want to be part of that, please go join the membership. It's like $3 a month. And then you can be part of the Zoom meetings. And you get extra videos a couple times a month with the new moons and the full moons. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself. Other channels are here. Go check those out. Okay? I've got a lot going on. And I need your support in everything. Over here, another video in case you choose to do that too, because that's supporting too. Talk to you later, Pisces. Bye for now.